Hello, welcome back to the vlogs, welcome back to the videos, welcome back to my life, and welcome back to my room. We're back in my room. Man, last week was insane, to be honest with you. I was stuck in Nashville, as some of you guys know, but I got my car fixed, everything's good. The album came out, which I was really excited to hear your guys' input and your guys' favorite songs and favorite lyrics and stuff like that. It was lovely, and I'm glad that I could get that stuff out to you guys, because I really wanted to give you guys some new music. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm very excited about new music endeavors this year. It's gonna be hopefully a lot, so be prepared, buckle in, I suppose. Anyways, this week I wanted to kind of talk about, well, actually I just wanted to kind of give some encouragement, because I know, at least for me, for the past few months, probably for the past 6 months, to be honest with you, I've been in kind of a bad season of life. And not that like everything's bad, I just feel like my mental health kind of took a massive dip and kind of like got worse and worse and worse, and my physical health got worse and worse and worse because of my mental health. Because of that, like, you know, I just feel like my life in general has just been kind of like slowly kind of crumbling apart. But listen, there's a caveat to all of this, which is it will get better. It will. And I knew that, you know, in theory, but I really didn't like know it. And when I say know it and I point at my heart, I mean, I didn't know it in my heart. There's a difference between knowing it and knowing it. And like, what you really got to know is like, you know it and you feel it in your heart. You know what I'm saying? I think that like a major factor for me has been preparing myself for the good, for the better, preparing myself for the time where it does get better. And a few of these things are practical, and a few of these things are just like, you gotta just kind of think of them in your head, and like, hopefully it kind of works. You know what I mean? The first thing that I've done to kind of prepare myself for the good season of life that I feel like I'm coming into at this point, just in terms of like my mental health and life starts to feel like it's kind of putting itself back together. I've kind of been putting myself on a schedule, on a routine, whether it's like a super fixed schedule, or if it's just like, hey, today I want to get this and this and this done, or just giving myself something to like look at and like be like, okay, this is what I need to do today. It just reminds you like, okay, you know, you're in a bad season, you don't want to do anything, but you still have these things on your list, so try to get them done. And don't be like super strict about it, but it is nice to like put those things on your list, see that they're there, and then feel some sort of gratification at the end of like getting those things done. Some of those things that I would put on that list are like going to the gym, or waking up in the morning, or even just like brushing my teeth, or getting in the shower. Like, these are small wins. When they add up at the end of the day, they really do like feel like an accomplishment, especially when your mental health is terribly bad. So like, even like just getting in the shower, you're like, oh cool, I actually showered today, that's great. Another thing that I like to do, or that I've done in the past, like I would say 13 or 14 weeks, genuinely the last 13 or 14 weeks, because I remember I made a vlog about getting back and going to the gym and putting myself on a schedule and all of this stuff back when I first started it, and I didn't think that it would really do anything. I don't think that it necessarily did do anything. What I think that it did is prepare me for the good, because when the good does come, I'm not used to being good, you know what I mean? And like, I think that like your mental health is kind of ethereal, it just kind of does what it wants sometimes. If you prepare yourself for the good, then like when you get to the good, then your body is not in shock when you start like insanely going to the gym, or like in my case, like writing a lot of songs, or like just doing a lot of things that you love, because you've kind of been prepared for that point for a while. The last thing that I feel like I have been kind of trying to do to the most of my ability for the last 13 weeks is just kind of like thinking to myself that it will get better, and that like I just need to like hang on until it does. I don't know, sometimes you can feel like you can get in this cycle a bit when you're, you know, just for example, depressed. If you're depressed, you can kind of get in this cycle of like, oh, life sucks, and so I hate life, and so I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and life's still gonna suck. And then, you know, it just goes in this cycle where you're just like basically expecting the worst out of life instead of hoping for the best. And so you kind of like put yourself in this mindset that things are just always going to be terrible. But the reality is, like, yes, depression sucks and it is very debilitating sometimes, but it will get better. And you just need to try your best, the best you can, to prepare yourself for that good. And even if you can't get up in the morning, or you can't shower, or you can't go to the gym, or you can't do something productive on your list, or get that assignment done, or whatever, it's just important to remember that is okay, because you are simply preparing for the time that you are going to have the motivation to do all of those things. And you're going to have the motivation to want to do the things that you want to do. So I guess all I'm trying to say here, there's good seasons of life and there's bad seasons of life. Sometimes you're in a bad season, sometimes you're in a good season, but the bad seasons can be just as important as the good seasons, and take those bad seasons as training. It's not always going to be good, and it's not always going to be bad, but when it's good, it's really good, and when it's bad, it's really bad, but you can try your best to make the best out of the bad anyways. So yeah, I'm excited to say that my mental health has been a little bit better in the past. I honestly want to say like the past probably like the past week, to be honest with you, but that's saying a lot for me, because being better for a week is a pretty difficult thing to do. So give myself a pat on the back for that. Maybe next week it'll be bad, but at least I was prepared for when it was good, or when it is good, because it's good right now. So happy to be where I'm at. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video encouraged you to just embrace the moments of life that you're in right now, and I hope that you got something out of this video. All of that said, I do really love you guys very much, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening to the album. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Somewhere that I've been